Welcome to Listeners Club, your go-to channel for insightful book summaries. I bet you didn't know the true grit it takes to build a successful business. The Hard Thing About Hard Things is not your typical business book. It's a raw, unfiltered look at the realities of entrepreneurship, written by someone who has been through the ringer and come out the other side. It's not about the glamour of entrepreneurship or the thrill of the startup world. Instead, it delves into the nitty-gritty, the often overlooked aspects that make or break a business. Ben Horowitz, Silicon Valley veteran and co-founder of Andreessen Horowitz, takes readers on a raw and honest journey through the trenches of building and running a business. He doesn't shy away from sharing his own experiences, both the triumphs and the failures. This book is about the hard things, the tough decisions, the sleepless nights, and the constant pressure to succeed against all odds. It's about the moments when everything seems to be falling apart, and the sheer willpower it takes to keep going. Horowitz doesn't sugarcoat the realities of entrepreneurship. He lays it all out, the good, the bad, and the ugly. He speaks frankly about the struggles, the setbacks, and the moments of self-doubt that every leader faces. He shares his own experiences, both good and bad, to illustrate the challenges and complexities of building a company from the ground up. From the early days of scraping by to the high-stakes decisions that can make or break a company, Horowitz provides a candid look at what it takes to succeed. What sets this book apart is its practicality. Horowitz doesn't just offer high-level advice, he provides actionable insights and strategies for navigating the day-to-day challenges of running a business. He breaks down complex problems into manageable steps, offering a roadmap for entrepreneurs at any stage. Horowitz doesn't just offer high-level advice, he provides actionable insights and strategies for navigating the day-to-day challenges of running a business. He tackles difficult topics like firing employees, managing investor relations, and making critical decisions with limited information. He tackles difficult topics like firing employees, managing investor relations, and making critical decisions with limited information. He provides real-world examples and practical advice that can be applied immediately. This book is a must-read for anyone who wants to understand the true grit and determination it takes to build a successful business. It's not just for aspiring entrepreneurs, but for anyone who wants to gain a deeper understanding of what it takes to lead and succeed in the business world. It's a reminder that the entrepreneurial journey is not for the faint of heart, but for those who are willing to embrace the hard things and come out stronger on the other side. It's a testament to the resilience and perseverance required to turn a vision into reality. One of the most powerful concepts in the book is the distinction between peacetime and wartime CEOs. This distinction is not just a theoretical idea, but a practical framework that can guide leaders through different phases of their business journey. Horowitz argues that leadership requires different skills and mindsets depending on the circumstances. In peacetime, the focus is on growth, stability, and long-term planning. Leaders can afford to be more collaborative and inclusive, fostering innovation and creativity within their teams. Peacetime CEOs operate in environments of relative stability and growth. They have the luxury of time to think strategically, plan meticulously, and build a strong organizational culture. Their leadership style is often characterized by a focus on consensus building and nurturing talent. Their focus is on expanding the business, optimizing operations, and maintaining a competitive edge. They invest in research and development, explore new markets, and work on enhancing customer satisfaction. The goal is to create a sustainable and thriving business environment. They are strategic thinkers, skilled at building consensus and fostering a positive company culture. They encourage open communication, value employee input, and strive to create a workplace where everyone feels valued and motivated. Wartime CEOs, on the other hand, face existential threats to their businesses. These threats could come from market disruptions, financial crises, or competitive pressures. In such times, the leadership approach needs to shift dramatically. They operate in crisis mode, making tough decisions under immense pressure. The focus shifts from long-term planning to immediate survival. Every decision is critical, and there is little room for error. The ability to act swiftly and decisively becomes paramount. They are decisive, action-oriented, and willing to make unpopular choices to ensure the company's survival. This might involve cost-cutting measures, restructuring, or even layoffs. The goal is to navigate through the crisis and emerge stronger on the other side. Horowitz emphasizes that the ability to transition between these two leadership styles is crucial for long-term success. A leader must be versatile, able to switch from a peacetime to a wartime mentality as the situation demands. Leaders must be able to recognize when the situation demands a wartime mentality and adapt their approach accordingly. This requires not only a keen understanding of the external environment, but also an introspective look at one's own leadership style and capabilities. This requires a high degree of self-awareness, flexibility, and the courage to make difficult calls. Ultimately, the most successful leaders are those who can navigate both peacetime and wartime with equal proficiency, ensuring their organizations thrive no matter the circumstances. Making decisions with limited information is a recurring theme throughout the book. This challenge is particularly pronounced in high-stakes environments where the cost of a wrong decision can be significant. Leaders often find themselves in situations where they must act quickly, without the luxury of time to gather all the facts. This pressure can be overwhelming, but it also sharpens the decision-making process, forcing leaders to rely on their intuition and experience. Horowitz highlights the inherent uncertainty of entrepreneurship and the constant need to make critical choices with incomplete data. He points out that this uncertainty is not a flaw in the system but a fundamental aspect of the entrepreneurial journey. The ability to navigate through this uncertainty is what often separates successful entrepreneurs from those who struggle. It's about making the best possible decision with the information at hand and being prepared to adapt as new information becomes available. He emphasizes that there are rarely easy answers or clear-cut solutions in the business world. Every decision comes with its own set of risks and potential rewards. The key is to weigh these factors carefully and to be willing to take calculated risks when necessary. This often means stepping out of one's comfort zone and making tough calls that may not always be popular, but are essential for the long-term success of the business. He introduces the concept of the fog of war to describe the ambiguity and confusion that often surround important decisions. This metaphor is particularly apt in the business context, where leaders must often make decisions with incomplete or conflicting information. The fog of war can obscure the best path forward, making it difficult to see the potential outcomes of different choices. However, it also presents an opportunity for leaders to demonstrate their ability to navigate through uncertainty and to make decisions that can lead to success. In these situations, leaders must rely on their instincts, experience, and the limited information available to make the best possible call. This often involves a combination of analytical thinking and gut feeling. While data and analysis are important, they are not always sufficient to make a decision. Leaders must also trust their intuition and draw on their past experiences to guide them through uncertain times. Horowitz stresses the importance of gathering as much information as possible, even when time is short. This means being proactive in seeking out data, asking the right questions, and consulting with experts. However, it's also important to recognize that there will always be gaps in the information available. The goal is to gather enough data to make an informed decision, while also being prepared to adjust as new information comes to light. He encourages leaders to seek out diverse perspectives, challenge their own assumptions, and be willing to adjust course as new information emerges. This involves fostering an environment where team members feel comfortable sharing their insights and opinions. By considering different viewpoints, leaders can make more balanced and informed decisions. It's also crucial to remain flexible and open to change, as the business landscape is constantly evolving. He reminds readers that making a decision is often better than making no decision at all, even if it means taking a calculated risk. Indecision can lead to missed opportunities and stagnation. By taking action, leaders can move their organizations forward, learn from their experiences, and make adjustments as needed. The ability to make timely and effective decisions is a critical skill for any leader, and it can make the difference between success and failure in the business world. Section 4. The weight of responsibility. People, product, profits. Horowitz doesn't shy away from the emotional toll that leadership can take. He speaks candidly about the weight of responsibility that comes with being CEO, particularly when it comes to making decisions that impact people's lives. He acknowledges the loneliness that often accompanies the role and the constant pressure to make the right call. He emphasizes the importance of building a strong support system, both inside and outside of the company. He encourages leaders to seek mentorship from experienced executives, confide in trusted advisors, and prioritize their own well-being. He reminds readers that it's okay to ask for help, and that vulnerability is not a weakness but a sign of strength. Section 5. Building a culture of resilience, embracing the struggle. The hard thing about hard things is ultimately a story about resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, learn from mistakes, and persevere through adversity. Horowitz argues that resilience is not an innate trait, but a skill that can be developed through experience and a willingness to embrace the struggle. He emphasizes the importance of building a company culture that values hard work, learning, and adaptability. He encourages leaders to create an environment where it's safe to fail, as long as those failures are viewed as opportunities for growth. He stresses the importance of celebrating wins, big and small, to maintain morale and momentum. Section 6. Hard Conversations, the Heart of Effective Leadership. Horowitz dedicates a significant portion of the book to the importance of communication, particularly the art of having hard conversations. He argues that effective leadership requires the ability to address difficult issues directly, provide candid feedback, and hold people accountable. He offers practical advice for navigating these challenging conversations, emphasizing the importance of empathy, respect, and a focus on solutions. He stresses the need to be direct and honest, even when it's uncomfortable, and to avoid sugarcoating or delaying difficult messages. He reminds readers that avoiding hard conversations only makes problems worse in the long run. Horowitz acknowledges the isolating nature of the CEO role and the unique challenges that come with being at the top. He speaks openly about the loneliness he experienced as a founder and CEO and the importance of building a strong support system. He encourages leaders to seek out mentors and advisors who can provide guidance and perspective. He stresses the value of building relationships with other CEOs who understand the unique pressures of the job. He also highlights the importance of seeking support from family and friends who can offer a listening ear and a reminder that you're not alone in the journey. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Listeners Club for more great content.